There's a video I want you to watch. Please watch this video till the end. We'll be right back for much more analysis.
Before this time, I've contested in 2023 for House of Assembly. But this election was a different thing. And then what really happened in my own community was a different thing entirely. It's like I've been to school of election, or let me say a school of electoral malpractices. Because on that day, I discovered that the institution of LASIEC is another department of APC. Even from the screening, it was so unfortunate that from the screening we were dehumanized with words. I did international law, my master's in international law, and I have maybe a doctor or whatever telling me, do I come with my original document? I say, yes, they are with my chairman. And then you didn't put in your letter that we should come with the original document. The next statement that came from the man was, if you were to be my son, I will disown you. I felt dehumanized. I wish and honestly, I'm still going to drag him. And I said, sir, did I kill anyone? He said, no, politics apart. That was the statement. He said, politics apart. LASIEC is meant to be neutral. You are telling me politics apart. Are you playing politics? So I kept quiet. And on that day, I refused to be interviewed further by the man. I demanded another person should interrogate me, which was done. We left and it was postponed. Coming down to the election, these were the things I found out. And I also heard on TV another candidate in Orile Igomo somewhere saying that you will get to polling units and you will mention names of people that belong to APC and you will vote even without voter's card. In my own polling unit, I wish to mention their names, but they are just my community people. There were people that if you get to polling units, just mention that name. Hold another person's voter's card. Show LASIEC official. Once it sees the voter's card, not yours, and you mention the name, the person will go through the paper and then say, okay, on my vote. Meanwhile, it's not your voter's card. I saw that. I saw very, very many things. And I was like, well, let us tell our fathers at the polling unit that they have 10 years to live. Some of them have less than 10 years. They should not destroy some of us that feel we have 40 to 50 years. They will not be part of our future. I'm in my own 40s. If God say I have long life, I should have 40 or 50 more. And one man that would not have, visibly, does not have 10 years. And if he has 10 years, it will be a vegetable inside. Should not come and destroy my own 40 to 50, supposedly.
Now, when you look at this video critically, you understand how 2027 is going to be like. I repeat, when you watch that video and understand everything that young man said, you know that this one, this is what is going to play out 2027. Tinubu was appointing Southwesterners in every institution of government in Nigeria. He's appointing Southwesterners to this institution, that institution. He understands what he wants. Imagine LASIEC. LASIEC is like electoral body of Lagos State. Inec is federal government. LASIEC is state. Every state have their own electoral body. So a LASIEC, somebody that is supposed to be neutral, is telling him that if he were his son, he would disown him. Why? Maybe because of he is representing or is coming through another political party. And you know the kind of bigotry going on, the kind of hatred that politicians have planted. Maybe that young man is coming from the Labour Party. That is why you see that kind of animosity against the young man. The young man was so pained. He said, the old man even has 10 years. You cannot, you that you are departing, you cannot decide my future. Me, a young man that I have like 40 to 50 years. Like I said, all these people that are saying they are going to make Nigeria better. Now that's point Nigeria, they can't whine you, they lie for you, say they're going to make Nigeria better. Most of them are older than Nigeria, and they whine you, they lie for you, say they're going to make Nigeria better, and you fall for their, you don't know that politicians are master manipulators. That is why I appeal for people that fall for this Igbo Yoruba thing in the Southwest. Politicians will come, say, na Igbo, na Igbo. You go use that style, grab political power. Because they don't say if they grab political power, they will have access to treasury, access to money. And they will fund themselves, their lifestyles, their families, they will live big. The last time I did something about why APC lost the election is because of some political elite that does not have grassroots. You know, nobody is challenging them in Lagos State. So they disconnected themselves from the grassroots. They are billionaires, they are making money, they are living, they are not connected to the grassroots. Until Labour Party came, the grassroots now identify with Labour Party and they almost lost the election. God saved them that governorship election and whatever, state assembly election did not go on the same day with the presidential election. God saved them. So the disconnect. So politicians now knew, oh, let us come through another way. Let's bring in bigotry. Let's use the ego factor and enter these people. An old man saying he's going to disown a young man because maybe the man has different political leaning and views. Mind you, there's a difference between being a conservative and being a politician. You can be a politician in Labour Party and also be a conservative. You can be a politician in ADC and also be a conservative, a very well-bred conservative. You can be a politician in any political party other than the APC and be a conservative. There are some Northerners that are in the APC. They are pro-North. There are Southwesterners in the APC. They are pro-South. There are Southeasterners that are in APC. They are pro-East. They are conservatives. So for an old man to take that step tells you how rotten our institutions are in Nigeria, especially in the Southwest. My brother, I never say anything. No. I went for an interview. I'm proud of my name. Onyedikachi Chukwu Christian. That is my name. Seeing that name alone, they know where to place you. Even though I had that quality, they don't care. That is how, these are people that are going to church. They'll go to church tomorrow and pray Nigeria will be better. They'll go to camp and start praying Nigeria will be better. And you wonder, since they have been going to camp all these years, Nigeria is even getting worse and worse and worse. You wonder, with all the paparazzi they do in camp, they do in churches today, in the mosque, every Friday for prayer, you do this. There's a report that 1,000 prayer warriors, 1,000, I think, 1,000 prayer warriors are praying for Tinubu to succeed. While Tinubu is bastardizing the institutions. See, these institutions now, they are structure of criminality. These are the structure that will deliver Tinubu presidency 2027. All this one that this young man is lamenting, who is going to sanction anybody? Under Tinubu's administration, is there anything like rule of law? Look at what happened with Kwangwan. Yes, at the airport. What happened? In a sane society, if we have a president that like follows the rule of law, Kwangwan should be facing prison sentence. Of course, the pilot also acted unprofessionally. The same, they would have been dealt with. But you see, 6 months don't fly everything. You see, you see the behavior of some of the people connected to the president. The behavior is that of lawlessness. So in a lawless society, you are praying that Nigeria will get better. Next election in Lagos State, let me tell you, P2B if you don't get 100,000 votes. What they are planning with what was on ground at the other time. See, the last time P2B won the election, P2B won landslide. But these structures of criminalities are the things that make sure that they cut so much votes, left, right, center. They had to trim the votes. P2B won landslide in Lagos especially. I remember that day of election whereby they delayed till around 1 to 2 p.m. Before somebody was complaining, they are adjusting. They pushed that person aside. And these people that were adjusting the vote so that it will not be too much, the gap will not be too much. They were waiting for instructions from some people. You cannot go into any government parastatal and you think that this parastatal, they are not controlled by a political party. You cannot tell me that Inec is independent. You cannot tell me that LASIEC is independent. And most electoral bodies in the state, you cannot tell me that they are independent, especially in northern Nigeria. This is in Nigeria saying it will get better. How? Somebody snatch it, grab it, and run away with it. And you expect him to do better with that power. That is the greatest delusion I've ever seen. I used to believe Nigeria could get better until I had to sit down and think myself, with all these things going on, how can we get better? These are the questions I've been asking myself. Next election, they go change this man, they will put a Yoruba person. You cannot do anything. Because Tinubu understands that his first priority is to win the elections, and he must put Yoruba people in power, strategic position of power. Now, he has loyalists and he has his people. Loyalists. You have Wike, a loyalist to Tinubu. If Wike delivers next election to Tinubu, he may be dumped or he will be like rewarded. The judiciary, Wike stand for judiciary, can't pay. For the judiciary, negotiate, they go write election, carry give Inec commissioners. They go write. You see what happened at Adamawa? Professor carry ordinary paper, come they announce result for Adamawa. Professor, here. Professor carry paper. So northern Nigeria, they understand all these things because them don't dey for the game. They don't play this game before. That's why they fear. See, if Tinubu enter, what Tinubu don't do now, is much more than if Tinubu enter 2027, man. Tinubu, the cabals in Nigeria today, they are the Yorubas now. Today, Nigeria cabals. I love it. Southerners, they should attain that position. If it were an Igbo man, he would be afraid to do what Tinubu is doing. I tell you. See, me, I'm particular about restructuring. And I'm against northern dominance. That's what I am. I've come here to do today. Restructuring, and I'm against northern dominance. See, I know that Nigeria is done for. So whatever happens in Nigeria, see, we are just playing around the box. We are just going around the box. This young man is complaining. Now, small thing. All these ones are just small thing. If you know what is going on, if you know what has gone under the carpet, if you know what I don't pass under bridge, my brother, for this election, this 2023 election, people knew the atrocities they have committed just because they want to put a politician in power. People have smeared their conscience. Even people that are pastors. Let's look at the structure of the APC in Nigeria today. There is nobody that works in an institution of government that does. Most people that work in government offices, they have a referral from politicians. Most people. That old man now that told the young man, if you were my son, I would disown you. How did he get that employment? Now politicians go refer them now. How do you expect such body last year? You see, the other time, Lagos Assembly members, they were angry. They wanted to remove Obasa. The people will employ them for there, can't call them, come. You have no voice of your own. You were telling Lagos State Assembly members, lawmakers, you have no voice of your own. We go tell you what will happen. You can verse from now to tomorrow. It is we that will decide what will happen. So politicians are the ones that are, if you want to have any employment in any government institution or enterprise or agency of government, politician, a partisan will put his person there. Why would our institutions not be partial? Why would they not be one-sided? When almost everybody that has been employed in last year is coming from a particular political interest. APC now then the power now. You go work for last year without an APC strongman recommending you to work in last year. When you go on social media, you see people defending the government. These are people that have been employed by the structure of criminality. These are people that are part of the structure of criminality. You saw the APC Digital Summit they went to do in Abuja. It tells you a lot about these people. They are coordinated. This is their structure. Using Nigerian money to fund propaganda and to deploy hatred because of tribe and political leaning. The young man said he's going to take the old man up. My brother, The structure of the APC, we have the Omoniles. We have the landlord association, landlord owners. We have the religious leaders. Structure of the APC. We have the traditional rulers. In Lagos, you see, when politicians start deceiving their people, saying that Igbos want to come and take over their ancestral home and this, I shake my head, I laugh. Anybody saying that Lagos is no man's land, that one is banter. You know what they call banter? Lagos can never be no man's land. Lagos belongs to Yorubas. Everybody understand it. No Benin person can come to Lagos and claim it. Maybe Benin had influence then, but now as you speak, Benin should come and take Lagos from the Yorubas now. This is an understanding. Igbos can never take over Lagos. Never. They might buy properties. If you buy properties in a place, you know that that land is not yours at the end of the day. It belongs to the government. Who controls the government? Whatever it is. The Igbos, wherever they find themselves, they want things to get better and they want to protect their own interests. It is normal that there's a Yoruba party in UK, there's a place, Peckham, that Yorubas are much more. Now, when they want to go for political position, where they have much more population, they present a people from that population. We have some Yorubas. Look at Kemi Badenoch. In UK, she's leader of the Conservatives. So it is normal that in spaces like Festac, where you have much more Igbos, whatever it is, those my two sides, Ojo and Alaban, you have much more Igbos. It is natural for you to have people to emanate from those political constituencies. It is a normal thing because it happens anywhere in the world where they practice democracy. But politicians, they have found a way to deceive people. Politicians are deceivers and manipulators. If you don't know today. But because you are so blinded by hate and jealousy, you cannot see it. I can tell you from now to tomorrow, no Igbo man can be Oba of Lagos. No Igbo man can be traditional ruler. The least they can become governor, they can, whatever it is, as provided by, if the Yorubas stand up today and say no, even though let Igbos be governor, let Igbos be assembly members from top to bottom, if the Yorubas stand today and say no, nothing can happen. But you see, politicians are so manipulative. They will tell you things that are not. They have been there since, so deliver better the lives of the people. Now that the Labour Party shake them during the last election, you see them, they do projects. You see, almost every local government now done the work because of Labour Party shook the foundations. If Labour Party did not rise up to shake that foundation, therefore they do their normal activities, they loot their money, they enrich themselves and their children and everything. But because they saw a competition, now they are claiming transparency. My brother, Nigeria is not designed to be a better place. I don't know how I'm going to convince you. This young man will just shout for nothing. Next election, that old man that did that thing will still retain his position and they will do much more hatred and bigotry. They will carry out much more electoral malpractice, old man, that will soon be going down his grave. Instead of him to start doing something that is good, but evil. Like I told you, old men don't change. Someone that is evil, that he becomes old in that his evil nature, he can never change. Now, hellfire straight. Don't pity for an old man that is exhibiting a kind of attitude. You are shocked. This is someone that needs to be doing something good at his old age, that is going towards the grave. Don't pity for them. Oh. Most of them, they want it like that. If you are the ones stressing yourself over, let me not go to that place. Next election, in the 8 southwest states where Yorubas are, we have Kogi, we have Kwara, we have the states in the southwest. They are making sure that Atiku Obi does not have 25%. And this is the bigotry that is going on. Politicians will fix everybody in Inec. APC will fix their people in Inec. That will do their bidding. And Inec will come tomorrow and start speaking BB grammar. And you think Inec will be independent? I've told you, if the coalition cannot be able to resist whatever this INEC is planning for, because whatever this INEC is planning for 2027 is going to be sophisticated. When you see sophisticated, you go run away. Which Inec go show everybody 2027 is going to be sophisticated. They would even consult foreigners on how to rig that election. They can pay billions of naira on how to rig that election successfully. Who knows what they are doing at the background? So if the coalition or the opposition, if they unite, if you cannot put INEC on their toes and let you start protesting, be at the forefront, be willing to risk your lives, Nigeria will follow you. A revolution will spring up. INEC will be careful. Reform, electoral reforms of the people that will be fair to all. Implement it. Then we can talk about 2027. But if you be doing smear, all this smear people are doing with APC, you think APC has come to play? Should be Sego from NURCW, Lagos State. Don't they send the message? The other time they bullied those traditional rulers, they suspended them for attending Labour Party, whatever, meeting or campaign. If they could suspend traditional rulers, if they should suspend them and disgrace them like that, who are you, young man? Because you want to become councillor for Labour Party. Who are you? Do you know that APC is Yoruba? Do you know that APC is Yoruba and they are pushing for Yoruba interest? If you are coming from another party, you are an Omale, you're a bastard, you are this and that. Because even this word bastard started with these guys. When you go on social media and you see bastard, they are the ones that started it. Any small thing, because you are not aligning with a particular politician, they call you Omale. So it's going to be interesting. APC is in charge of the government. APC Yoruba, and then be Jagaban, and then be the cabal for Nigeria today. Tinubu is the cabal. Northern Nigeria, man, this man, he knows how to do everything he can in his power. Now that he has political power, it might be difficult for you to stop him, 2027. You can try your luck. I'm not saying you should not try your luck, but it might be difficult for you to stop him. I hope. This is the thing they were telling us 2023. Labour Party don't have structure. People don't have structure. We have structure. This is the structure. I call it structure of criminality. Structure of criminality. I grew up at Alausa. I had a relative that was working at the secretariat. I used to go and visit him most times in his office. Me going to the office when I was in secondary school, I attended Opepi Grammar School, Allen. Me going to his office, I saw a lot of things and I shook my head because I'm an intuitive person. If I go to a place, I can calculate, I can read. If I read movement within 5 minutes, I might understand some things going on in the room. All the time I've been going there, I looked and I shook my head. I was laughing. And I said, I want to know what is going. I want to interpret. That's why I got involved, interested in politics. I was concerned about it. May God help Nigeria. May God help Nigerians in this 2027.